to Great Day Live. We are live here all morning long at KP Design's Decorating Den here in the Linden area. We are helping you with all your home improvement ideas, whether they're large or small, and helping us spend that money and get some ideas. I have Kristen Pollack and Nancy Gillespie with KP Designs. Kristen's the owner. Nancy is one of the interior designers here. So we've moved. Now we're over in the design studio, which I can only imagine the ideas that come together in here.
Yeah, it's a lot. People always ask, how do you ever choose? But there is organization by color and things like that, so we can narrow it down pretty quick. But it's all
behind us. It's lots of fabrics for what mainly?
Back here. All our upholstery fabric is back here, as well as rugs, wallpaper, paint mainly here, and then in our second studio we kind of concentrate on the remodeling of kitchen baths and all our window treatments.
So when you're meeting with that client and you're kind of going through the process, where in the process does this begin to happen?
After we do the initial and we've talked to them, we know what room we're doing, we know the function of the room, you know, what they want to do in the room, all the measurements, all the pictures, then we come back here and we kind of go over all our notes and everything, and we start pulling. For instance, if you're redoing a family room and they need sofa, chairs, tables, lamps, window treatments, we usually start with the rug because that's what anchors the space. So we pull like 2 to 3 choices based on what they've told us they like. Wool, they have pets, all the information that goes into it. And then we just start building up from the rug, and then usually it's the sofa. That's the next biggest thing. So we'll pull 2 to 3 fabrics of the sofa, 2 to 3 frames of the sofa, 2 to 3 toss pillows per sofa, and it starts building, and it's a lot of fun.
It builds from there. I know we were showing viewers kind of the rest of the studio where you have examples of kitchen and dining and other spaces. You mentioned something that I kind of want to dive a little bit deeper into, because I think it's so key to what you all do, is that you mentioned you're really checking into what the lifestyle of the client is. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, like that is your lifestyle decorators. You're just not like giving somebody, hi, this is hot and trendy, right. You want this.
And a lot of times people say, what do you like? What is your style? And we always say it's not about Kristen and I, because our styles are different than anyone else's. It's all about the client. So if they like blue, if they want to lay down on the couch and watch TV, or they never watch TV, or they read in this little nook. So the style becomes the client's style, not ours. And the good news about the way we work, we can cover every style, every budget, every color scheme. The world's our oyster.
Yeah, I think so many times people get on Pinterest and start pulling together these expectations in these homes, but I think just to ask somebody, where do you read? Where do you gather in the evening? It's so important to what you all do.
Absolutely. And when they get online and they look at Pinterest and all of that, that's great. Those are inspo, jumping off points. So we love pictures and words and everything they describe, but really kind of understanding how they live, how they're going to use the space. There's all kinds of parameters that go into a design, and we just kind of toss it all in together and, check all the boxes. So it's a lot of things that go into it.
It feels like therapy.
It really does. It's a little bit of that.
What a great job you guys have. You're helping people really think about how they use their space. I know we have some beautiful pictures that we want to show everybody of the samples of the kitchen and dining spaces that you all have done, the living, the bedroom, the closets, the bath that we're going to show viewers. And of all the spaces that you're working in right now, are there specific trends that you are seeing that you encourage people to think about?
Well, I think one, maybe if you say trend, is we do a lot with performance fabrics, speaking of how people live. So performance fabrics are great things to put on, sofas and upholstered goods of all types, because they really help people live in the space with kids, with pets, with food and all of that. So that's kind of a big maybe trend, so to speak. Also sustainability, eco-friendly. Our suppliers are wonderful in producing a lot of goods that really consider, the environment and using recycle kind of benefiting things. So I'd say those are a couple of trends, and otherwise it just really varies by. We go to market every year. We know the trends, and people ask us. But as Nancy mentioned, it's really about them and what they like. It's the colors they like and how it flows through their home. So we find a way to work all of that in.
Nancy, are there certain colors that you see a lot of people are asking for right now?
No, it's really over the board. Not a whole lot of the 80s kind of burgundies and the dark. It is a lot light and airy. We're still seeing a lot of white kitchens, but a little bit of color maybe in the island to do navy or black or contrast. That's always fun. But like Kristen said, we usually, the larger pieces in the room, we tend to do like a solid neutral and then tell clients you can always change the throw pillow, or if we've reupholstered a chair, you could always change it later, but do that in the smaller pieces. So invest the bigger pieces in something that's going to not go out of style or not.
Better
or
like
you
it for a
won't be tired
year,
of it.
at least a year. You better like this nicely reupholstered couch.
Right,
We're not
right.
switching it out after 6 months.
Yeah, so that's what we advise.
Yeah. And you also, just listening to you, love what you do as well. Why did you want to get into this particular line of work?
It is just so much fun. My actual background was in staging and a lot of color. So we always tease that if a client says they love color, whatever, my eyes just light up. I'm like, yay, color. It's just so much fun. And just like yesterday, we installed a client's home. We had three rooms. And it just transformed. And to see her and just she kept saying, oh, this is what I dreamed of. It's exactly what I wanted. It just makes you feel good. You know, like we just need things that make us feel good.
Yeah, and I mean, what you're doing, people walk in, they feel comfortable. You're kind of changing the way that they relax and enjoy life. And so thank you so much for kind of taking us through what the process is like here. So if you would like to get started, just go to kpdesigns.decoratingden.com.